Hey, what is going on guys? Danny here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys some gameplay of Dark Souls 3 for the PC and talking about how it performs on my system, which has some mid-level enthusiast hardware. Here we are with yet another challenging title, where players can journey through this environment full of extremely hostile enemies, raising their blood pressure as they're killed off. I never really got into the series. I had played the first one, but didn't play the second one, but hoping that might change with the third title. And yeah, I know I suck, but this isn't a video about me showcasing my skills or anything. Anyways, in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how this game performs on my PC at 1080p, 1440p, and 4K. My system has an Intel Core i5-6600K, which has been overclocked to 4.6 GHz, paired with 8 GB of DDR4 memory, clocked at 2800 MHz. For our graphics card, we have an MSI Radeon R9 390 running at a graphics core clock of 1060 MHz and 1525 MHz to the VRAM. So here you can see the settings that I've configured when running this game. I'm running this game at full HD resolution 1920 by 1080 with the settings turned up to max while having motion blur disabled. For your convenience, I have Rivatuner statistics running so you can see the GPU and CPU usage along with their corresponding temperatures. The game does have a locked frame rate, by the way. The game looks quite visually appealing in its own way. The environment perfectly fits the Dark Souls theme. So at 1080p, the settings I had mentioned before, the game runs very smoothly, easily maintaining a rock-solid 60 FPS. I didn't notice any issues at all, no stuttering, no glitching, or tearing. It's safe to say that the recommended specs are a bit exaggerated for this game, as I'm sure with the settings like these or settings almost as close, you would be able to obtain around the same performance with an R9 380X or GTX 960, assuming they were for the 4GB models, since the game uses more than 2GB of VRAM. Having the game run so smoothly at 60 FPS will be a huge help to many players, as almost every step is so critical, and because of that, this game is very thrilling and entertaining to play. So what happens when I raise the resolution to 2560 by 1440 or 1440p, while keeping the same settings? Well, the game isn't able to maintain a consistent frame rate of 60 FPS anymore. But on average, the frame rate is around the low to mid 50s, which is still very playable, while very rarely stuttering. I'll also notice that the VRAM usage does go up, so having a card with at least 4GB of VRAM is crucial. I'm sure that if you lower the graphical options such as anti-aliasing, shadow quality, SSAO, and reflections, you would definitely be able to maintain a consistent frame rate of 60 FPS while having the advantage of the game looking even more stunning at this high resolution. And also, having the card overclocked would be a huge help. Alright, so what happens when the resolution is bumped all the way to 4K? At this point, the game's frame rate takes a much bigger hit. The average frame rate is decreased to the mid to high 30s, which granted is actually better than consoles, but definitely not as good and smooth as 60 FPS. My suggestion would be to avoid 4K on this card unless you don't mind the fluctuating frame rate and are okay with playing it at lower settings. Well guys, that pretty much covers this video in regards to Dark Souls 3 performance on an R9 390 and i5-6600K. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, then hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts, comments, and questions down below. And subscribe if you're interested in seeing more videos like this. Thanks for watching guys, take care and I'll see you in the next one.